Hey, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new to tarot, just know that not every Scorpio reading is going to resonate. So if you feel like I'm wrong or this just isn't your story, please just disregard it. You never want to take a reading that's not for you. I'm going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, and Empress. Those cards describe a really specific personality but have nothing to do with the sex or gender of the person being described. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more readings. I do also offer a membership. If you want to check that out, just click join. It'll show you everything I do over there. Okay. So we have deep roots. My roots run deep. I stand tall with my feet planted on the earth. I breathe energy in from my roots to the tips of my outstretched fingers. I exhale any negativity. I am grounded. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And time. Embracing the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. The overall energy is the world. We have the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups supporting. Clarifying, we have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck, the Fool. Aquarius energy. I feel like somebody is in a very secure relationship and they just know that. It's you get to the point of a relationship where you just sort of have figured the other person out and that there's not really anything to worry about, that anything can be worked through with them. It's kind of interesting, like maybe in the past it was more of a struggle. You couldn't be 100% sure if this was the right one. Maybe it's like, both of you have felt that way. Because there's definitely a lot of history here. There's a lot of good times. There's a lot of really confusing times. There's been more exciting times. Either way, though, it's like the relationship itself has just made it through the storms. But there's like this full acceptance here now that, like, somebody can be fully, like, trusted. You can have faith in a person. You can kind of rely on them. And I think that this brings, like, when you feel secure in your position with a person, you just feel more secure in life, It's like you have someone to depend on, to rely on. I feel like there's this big transition that is sort of happening here, though. It's like, I don't know, deciding maybe it's time to tie the knot, or deciding maybe it's time to move in together. There's just something here where someone feels like it's time for the next chapter. Like there's a specific plan or goal in mind now with the two of you. Which also brings a lot of security, you know, if somebody's talking about the next 10 to 15 to 20 years with you, it's kind of like they plan to stick around, you know, and you don't really have to be defensive or like worried. This is something that most people, unfortunately, are lacking in tarot. It's like a secure relationship. But I think it's like something that maybe both parties feared before. They're sort of overcoming that now. So yeah, I like that. The Three of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles after that. Yeah, I feel like this shit's been through its trials. I think that, like, y'all have had a separation before and that didn't work out. You just still were, like, obsessed with each other and just kind of ended up right back into a situation. But there have been changes, and that's the difference. It's like, you know, like some people, like, you know, just being separated from someone for a long time doesn't mean that they're going to get the point. It doesn't mean that, you know, they're going to actually make some changes. But I think this has been different, where, like, the experience has been, like, both parties deciding, like, well, that was stupid, let's never do that again. It's probably easier just to have this conversation instead of not talking about it. Maybe that part was necessary. Things just couldn't really take off until there was a separation, it kind of looks like. Like I said, though, no matter what, it's like both parties just consistently choose to work through it. And, like, if you're going to choose somebody, that's the one, right? Like, nobody else. It's kind of like, you know, I put up with their shit, they put up with our shit. Let's just do this. Yeah, I'm gonna get, for some of you, this is like about legal marriage, you know, but definitely just, you know, the trust in the relationship is definitely there. And it seems like there's harmony and balance after letting go of some stuff and definitely going through some stuff with a person. Some younger, childish, foolish behaviors. All I'm saying is, like, just no matter what two people got hit with, or just deal with it. Yeah, and see, the Hierophant is the first card out after that. Some Taurus energy, the Chariot, Cancer energy. Yeah. Beautiful. So it's like the patience is paying off here for somebody. If you ever feel like you're not appreciated, that's wrong. It's like if you're cross-watching, you're wrong. For some of you, that's the situation here where, like, maybe you don't even know how much somebody appreciates you. But I feel like, yeah, it's taken a lot to get where somebody is. I think it would have been a lot easier to give up on the relationship than to continue. But here it is. I'll see you guys soon.